So you have moved abroad, let's say to Europe, for example, and you're vibing, the croissant is flaky, the coffee is strong, and your Instagram feed needs to look continental. Then Klarna whispers to your ear, buy now, pay later. And you think to yourself, why not? I'm building this bougie soft life. And in the age of social media, image is everything. Everyone is flexing their designer wares, overpriced gadgets, and skincare that costs an arm and a leg, all by using buy now, pay later platforms like Klarna, for example. What if I told you that these buy now, pay later platforms are less fairy godmothers and more of a sugar-coated financial trap? Stick around because we'll be diving into the dark side of buy now, pay later, especially for foreigners trying to thrive in Europe. Buy now, pay later platforms like Klarna, Afterpay, Clearpay, and so many others. They make it so easy. You want that 300 euro quote? Nothing. Just split it in 3. No fees, no interest. So easy. Well, globally, about 360 million people use buy now, pay later platforms in 2023 alone. And guess what? Europe is topping this chart. In countries like Germany alone, about 50% of purchases involved Klarna. And when you're a foreigner trying to blend in, it's tempting to want to flex like the locals, or better put, wanting to flex like those who can afford to flex like that, whether they are locals or not. I'm speaking from the perspective of a foreigner because I am a foreigner living here in Germany. But here is where the glitter fades. Buy now, pay later encourages overspending. A 2022 survey found that 42% of users of buy now, pay later platforms spend much more than they would if they had paid upfront. Why? Because it feels like you're not really spending, This is a future use problem. But the future you might be broke and tired, wondering why they owe Klarna 78.17 euro for 3 separate impulse buys, all in the same week. So we're steady going broke to appear rich. Meanwhile, a 2023 survey found that about 56% of buy now, pay later users encounter several problems, at least one of these problems: overspending, missing a payment, or difficulties with returns and refunds. I mean, that's not a bougie life. That's simply a breadcrumb trail of debt. Now imagine this. You're a student or expat in Berlin, Paris, Amsterdam, or whatever cool city that you're living in. You're adjusting and probably sending money home as well. Yes, a lot of us, especially Africans, are very familiar with the black tax, but that's not a conversation for today. We'll talk about that in another video. Anyway, you're going about your hustle, adjusting to life's everyday struggles, and then Klarna hits you with a late fee. You have missed a payment. Congratulations, your credit score is now doing hide and seek. Now let me tell you something in case you do not know. A lot of countries like Germany, for example, are very serious with the Schufa, which is the credit rating system here. So, miss too many payments and you're not just broke, you are unrentable, unloanable, uninvestmentable. Yes, I just made up those words, but you get the point. Here's the thing, financial stress is not just about numbers, and it's absolutely wild how easily we can go into unnecessary debt without even knowing it. I say unnecessary because we all know that some debts can be a tool for wealth creation. Even the richest people in the world have debt, but buy now, pay later is not the kind of debt that you want to be in. A 2023 EU report showed that 1 in 4 young adults using buy now, pay later platforms reported increased anxiety related to money. And nothing kills a soft life faster than panic checking your bank account and seeing red. Look, we get it. Aesthetics are pleasing, and there's this kind of joy that comes with bougie spending. Temptation is real. But debt is not a designer, and buy now, pay later is simply a debt disguised as convenience. So here's some real advice. Live within your means, track your spending, and if you can't afford it, maybe don't Klarna it. Wait until you can. Very few things are an emergency, really. Build an emergency fund instead of a fashion fund. You don't have to update your wardrobe for every single season or buy the latest gadget every time it launches. No. If the old still works, use it. I mean, what's this drive to always stay updated regarding every aspect of our lives? The only thing that needs update every single day is the work that you do. Nothing else deserves such level of commitment in terms of update every single time that something new comes up. Another thing, every trip doesn't have to be fancy. Every trip doesn't have to be Instagrammable. If you cannot go to Malta for holiday, go somewhere local. I mean, it doesn't have to be distant for it to be enjoyable. And above all, learn the art of contentment. Because living within your means doesn't mean living without joy. It means owning your life and not leasing it from credit platforms like Klarna. I've just been mentioning Klarna so often, it almost feels like I'm targeting them, but no, that's not the case. It's just the example that easily comes to my mind right now. Another conversation to be had is credit cards. That is another story entirely. I'm probably get into it, I'm probably not. I don't know. But for now, what do you think of buy now, pay later platforms like Klarna? Let me know in the comment section. And if you've loved this video, give it a thumbs up and share with your friends as well. Let this video get to more people. Until my next video, stay debt free, stay grounded, and remember that the soft life is better when it's paid in full. Cheers.